just want to welcome for us to just greet each other with the hand over our hearts today so that our mental space can come into our heart space. And I want to recognize that we're coming together during a time of change and upheaval between the constant police brutality that's faced by our Black communities and a pandemic that's upending our lives, disproportionately affecting Black and brown communities of color. We do recognize that we are living in a world that's still full of discrimination and injustice. But I don't think that it's a coincidence that we find ourselves here at this moment in time in Pride Month, when this is a movement that was built with Black and brown trans women protesting police brutality. And we do know that being queer is more widely accepted today in mainstream culture. And as Mayor McGee just mentioned, we had a huge win with the Supreme Court's victory banning discrimination against LGBT workers. But that does obscure the fact that sometimes coming out continues to be a very difficult process for many people in our communities. And in Pride Month, we launched a series called Out and Proud on the Queer Lynn Scene Facebook page. You can actually find that online. And there was one thing that kept resurfacing during that time. It's that coming out is a lifelong process of living ourselves over what society wants us to be. And the first Pride was a protest, and it progressed into a movement for liberation and visibility. So look at us and witness us. Even in 2020, our queer community still continues to face violence around the world. Even in 2020, Black trans women continue to be murdered at alarming rates. And even in 2020, LGBTQ youth continue to face conversion therapy and homelessness. So look at us and witness us. Yesterday I was asked to write a poem about loving myself, and I had a really hard time putting pen to paper. Because the truth is that when you live in a world that constantly tells you that what you believe in is wrong, sometimes you have a hard time remembering to love yourself. So that is what I'm inviting us to do today. Because that is why visibility is important, so that together we can work to make that pathway easier for the people who come after us. So look at us and witness us. Pride Month may not be a celebration of a parade this year, but that does not mean that we cannot come together to demand action. To speak out for the Ayana Dior's, the Tony McDade's, the Sarah Hegazis of the world. This is an opportunity to show up for one another and to find joy in these small moments with love, humility, humanity, and with one hand over our heart, greet each other with pride. Thank you.
Anna, I need to borrow your shoes later, okay? Thank you very much, Anna. We discourage a lot of people to come here, so that's why we're live now at the Lynn Cultural Council Facebook page. Thank you, Tiako. We also have the Lynn TV and the Queer Scene Lynn, Queer Lynn Scene doing live stream right now. The next part of our program is a speech about what Pride means to her. Tanya was born and raised in Lynn and spent many years working with children at after-school program. She later found herself having to quit her job to care for her mother full-time. After passing of her mother and several other close family members, she changed her career and became a CNA. She worked with different healthcare companies, but after 19 years, she decided she wanted to open her own. In 2017, she opened Top's Passionate Private Home Care. Despite being busy with her business, she managed to balance work with the care of her home, family, and community. She could be found being a community activist and volunteering with many charity events, including some for the elderly and the Stop the Violence Lynn. She has supported and attended all the North Shore Pride parades and festivals. She was interested in becoming more involved with helping reach out to different LGBT communities in the North Shore and became the North Shore Pride member in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a round of applause. Tanya Nash.
Thank you so much, Coco. Do I need to take the mask down? Okay. Just let me say one thing first. Standing on this stairwell right now, as who I am today is me, is an honor. So when you look at me, I just want you guys to think of a celebration. And what they mean by a celebration is pride. As you see, this is all color. I don't do this for anything. I do it for me. I am self-made and always want to stay that way. And to be asked what pride means to me, again, it was an honor. Pride to me is peace, love, hope. Pride to me is a celebration, a freedom to be true to yourself without any discrimination, without any recognition, and honor. All the brave pioneers who fought for us can be free. We stand together as a community to fight for equality and justice in me. That's what pride means to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. The next part would be an intermission number, Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Sunil Gulab, member of the Lynn Cultural Council. Let's give Sunil a round of applause.
Do I need the mic?
Yes, you do. Thank you very much, Sunil. Now, the next part of our program is the raising of the flag. For the first time in the history, we're raising the progress flag, which has all the colors in the world. And I would like to request all of our government officials to be present there at the background, and a representative of the community, Juan Gonzalez, Tia will be, Anna, Tanya, and Kirsten. You guys could help the mayor raise the flag. Again, if possible, if just one or two of you will raise the flag, the rest will just be an observant at the background, because we have friends from the Lynn Item and Lynn Journal. They'll be taking photos as well. Again, social distancing if possible, please. Thank you, Kirsten. When you leave here, I want you to... Again, we will have a group photo later after the event, okay? So, Sunil, come here. You need to play some music. Oh, hi! Right on top.